I'm just a boy from Kansas out to save the world from chronic disease. And I truly mean that. Nobody is in control of your health but you. I can't heal you. Your doctor can't heal you. You have to heal you. And it's all about having the education and empowerment to know what you need to be changing within yourself, within your life, to set your soul free and accomplish that best life that we all like to talk about. And I truly believe that the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. I'm Brendan Vermeyer, the original Holistic Savage. Welcome to the Holistic Savage Podcast.
My vision is I want to be involved in that world, whether that's going and getting some sort of psychotherapy type degree so I can do integration work when it becomes legal or whatever it may be. I just think it's that powerful. And you and I and practitioners listening will have clients who struggle with the behavioral side. That's clinically what we see day in, day out. It's not anything other than there is a behavioral element which is often driven from an emotional element. Most of my clients intellectually, rationally know what they should do to a large degree. A bit more exercise, a bit less crap food, etc. There are things that they know they should be doing but struggle to do, as there are with me, as there are with most people. And I think shaking the snow globe in however you want to do it. It doesn't have to be psychedelics. It could be through dance, kind of getting you outside your comfort zone, I think is huge when we're talking about healthcare.
Yeah.
Because we need to shift our perspective of who we are, what we're capable of. We need to shift our rituals and habits often. And I think this is like a really great way of doing it.
I totally agree. And it's really exciting to, which I should start by saying, like, I've never done true plant medicine, which sometimes surprises people because some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. But I know a lot of people that have done a lot of plant medicine, and it's very high on my list of things to do in 2020. And I kind of consider myself right now, because I'm not being like a little kid about it, of like, oh, I just can't wait to go trip balls and, whatever comes from that. It's like, no, I recognize, I recognize really what it is, what the purpose is. And so I kind of consider myself now, I feel very kind of content as I'm moving in that direction. I could see myself becoming a shaman eventually. I would do something like that, but I'm just enjoying kind of this process of, I've become, in a way, almost kind of, and I challenge myself, I question myself a little bit on, like, Brendan, maybe just observe without judgment, just kind of observe your own behavior a little bit, because I've kind of become addicted to hunting down weaknesses or voids, in my character, in my soul, because like I genuinely want to, be the best I can be, or like, reach that ultimate level of self-actualization is really what it is. And so then, you are kind of constantly challenging your belief system and, what's the story I'm telling myself? And, ultimately the only thing that I feel we do kind of know, is our energetic intuition, and I think intuition is kind of this ultimate guiding energy that, it's guiding us towards source. It's guiding us towards truth. That's what I feel, this intuition that we all, kind of acknowledge, but we don't cultivate. And in today's culture, we've disconnected so much from nature. We've disconnected so much from, ancient wisdoms and values that our species has always kind of cherished and taught and practiced and preached throughout any successful civilization throughout history. And we're just so disconnected from all of that, and technology, which is really a pretty young phenomena. These things didn't exist, 15 years ago.
Mm.
And so now it's like I was thinking about this. I wrote something the other day because like neurochemistry was really my first kind of scientific love, because I always struggled with depression or ADHD and stuff. And so neurochemistry was the obvious, like, oh, well, let me dive in there. I was writing about something the other day because with behavior, I think we are all very much driven by behavior. And I've always looked at it as like with the functional medicine model or holistic healing model. And I actually literally put this in my courses that I am finishing the recordings for right now. And I teach in my course, like, hey, physiology, psychology, it's the yin yang. You can't separate it. The physiology is heavily influenced by the psychology and vice versa. And it's just this infinite, thing that we have to be addressing all components of. Because, and that's what I love about nature, or like with mold toxicity, which is kind of the subject everybody knows me for at this point. But I love it because it's such an environmental thing. I mean, fungi is its own kingdom, right? You've got plants, animals, fungi. Fungi is its own freaking kingdom of life on this planet that we've co-evolved with, coexisted with. Fungi has been on this planet way longer than humans have. It's extremely sophisticated and adapted. And it has its own defense mechanism of mycotoxins, and oh damn, those things can make us really, really sick. You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that. But I was thinking about it the other day. So certainly there is that more just kind of physiological, like, oh, well, there is, a biological defense mechanism coming from this organism that we're coexisting with in nature, or now in our pseudo cave environments, and I could go into a riff about that. But as far as behavior though, too, I was writing this the other day of, 1 in 6 Americans are on antidepressant medications. That's kind of the current statistic.